another episode of With the Chiefs.
Wait. Man, I need more rest.
I hope I've got your last name right there.
It's a very good pronunciation.
You should know better than that now, Donald.
I know.
To another episode of With the Chiefs. Today, we are lucky to be joined once again by Sota. How do you pronounce it, Dom? It was Maehara before, but
yeah,
it's
don't say
Maehara.
Maehara, yeah.
Maehara.
Yeah. A lot better than last time. Yeah.
We had to start the break, back from the break, with an incorrect pronunciation, that's for sure. So we managed to take a little bit of time off, but it feels fitting to talk about what has been a milestone for both Sota and I. So Sota recently ran 1540 at Rhodes parkrun, where again I sat behind and I ran 1548. I can't complain with losing to Sota with that time, to be honest. But anyway, on many occasions and on this particular course, we've both come very close to breaking 16. So we decided it might be best to have a chat about how it happened. So Sota, thanks for joining us again. How you doing?
Thank you for having me again. It's an honor to be here in person this time.
Yeah, that's right. We had issues before, didn't we?
Yeah.
With the delay and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think this will be a good one because we're here in person. Got a bit of food for the ones tuning in on YouTube. So this will be kind of a mukbang, ASMR, and podcast kind of thing. But
I hope not.
I'm kind of hungry. So.
You go ahead. Maybe might be good to kick it off. Chat about with Dom. Just get an update on what's been going on with you since when was it for the Gong 5000, which was 3 weeks ago maybe?
Not a lot of running. Taking a bit of a break at the moment.
Yep.
The only runs I've done has pretty much been when I've been hungover and have to go and collect the car the next morning.
Shocking the... Oh, right, okay. I thought you were trying to shock the nervous system or something.
No, which has been kind of enjoyable. Like, it's good to have some sort of purpose behind your run, and especially at the moment when I'm not fit and going for a run just seems like a bit more of a chore. Yeah. So that's been a good way to get the run in, and I feel like it's tough, but you've got a goal in mind. So it's been good. So a couple of the big runs was after the Socceroos played Tunisia.
You went out... oh, no, that was a while ago, sorry. Did you go out for that?
Yeah, we went into...
Cheers Bar?
The city, Cheers Bar.
What time was that one at?
I think the game started at 9 and...
AM?
PM.
Okay.
Got home and had to go and pick the car up the next day.
That's a pretty reasonable time for football, isn't it? 9 PM.
It's pretty perfect. It was really fun.
Premier League should sort of figure something out. So we can watch it at 9 PM. But
absolutely.
Anyway.
And then another big run was after Rufus.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
Rufus, is that rogue for you, Dom, or?
No, I've always been a pretty big Rufus fan.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was good fun. And running to get the car the next morning. That one was, I think it was 12 Ks, which was pretty large for me at the moment. And then, that's the other run I did. I did a little session, or attempted a session. Yeah. And it was just going really backwards.
What was the session?
Oh, it was the Brekkie P session. So you do...
Did you actually go to Breakfast Point?
No.
Okay.
I just ran down to the local oval, and there's a hill right next to it. So you run 3 hills and then 3 laps of the oval, and you do that 3 times. So it's like 3-3-3.
I remember that was the first taste I'd gotten of lactic acid. Yeah. When you were training me back in the day. Yeah, it's tough, coming off the hills and then trying to run like a tempo. Yeah. Your legs get so heavy. But that one, I started off I think it was reasonable. The tempo was 3:30s. And then the next one, the tempo was 4 minutes. And then the next one, the tempo was 4:15s. And I was like, oh, geez, this is not good. Pulled the pin.
So the fitness is definitely starting to go backwards, but that's all right.
But it's been a little bit since UTA.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How much do you reckon mentally you're just like, I haven't been running, is playing into it?
Yeah, probably a bit of that as well.
I'm like, you can't lose, you won't lose too much fitness, surely.
No, but now it's been like 5 weeks or something, so that's a while. But it'll probably take like a month or so until I'm back at it. But yeah, it's funny when you're not running, you start just thinking like, oh, I've got to be doing something else with my time.
Yeah,
so,
like skateboarding or...
Yeah, I picked up a lot of like little gimmicky kind of hobbies. So,
what else other than skateboarding?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I decided like I wanted to learn how to juggle. So
What, like just 3-ball juggling?
3-ball juggling. Yeah. So,
I don't know why I just cracked it because I'm picturing you like sitting at home like, all right, skateboarding didn't really work. What can we do next? Juggling.
And how's that going so far? Is it?
Oh yeah, like I want to be able to juggle for 30 seconds. I set like the goal, 3 balls, and yeah, probably within a week I like could do it, which was good. But
Shit,
yeah, pretty bored of it. Like
once you can do
yeah,
that's the one trick, isn't it?
that's it. Yeah, there's not much else to it. But I feel like it's a good kind of skill to tick off. Like
yeah,
like.
So I'm sorry, I'm being a bit harsh.
It's good to have tricks like that. Like in running, there's no tricks. Like
there's no.
No, I agree with Dom actually. Yeah. I can 3-ball juggle as well.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have like random tricks up your sleeve.
Yeah. Like running, you can say, "Oh yeah, I'm a good runner," but like I don't know, everyone can run. Like, yeah. And then I started. What else are we doing? Playing chess a bit more as well.
Yeah.
I think chess is just like a good game. So at the moment, I'm trying to play like 1 game a day.
Yeah, nice. Chess. That's. I reckon that's a bit up your alley though, Dom.
Yeah, chess is good. I like chess.
You're a thinking man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But any other things on the?
What else have you done?
No. Any other hobby? I'm surely
golf.
Golf.
I think we talked about it last episode. But
Yeah.
the big annual championships coming up on the 17th of December.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been struggling to play golf.
Really? How
battling around
have
the
you
course.
been sharpening the saw or anything?
Probably once a week I've gone and had a hit.
Yeah. I haven't received any text messages because you probably need to inflate the ego, not.
No, I'm still terrible at golf. But
I can confirm that.
it's good fun. I like golf. We need to play more golf. So yeah, it's been a good opportunity to kind of do different stuff that you wouldn't do if you're just focusing on running all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think if anything, like this time of year is the perfect time to, lay off the running a little bit.
Yeah.
If anything, just to start the next year kind of fresh, right? So, like obviously, I'm planning on doing another 5K in about a week at the Turbo 5K thing.
I'm going now.
PBC, but I think after that I definitely want to take at least the rest of the year pretty chill.
Yeah.
And then reset for next year.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think it's a good time because everyone's on sort of break.
Yeah.
As well, everyone's taking time off work. That's maybe not in retail actually. It's probably
really.
the busiest. It's the busiest time.
That's my life update, I guess.
Okay. And thoughts going into the future in terms of running? Are you?
Yeah, well, I got I think last week 6-foot track entries have been confirmed, so I'm in for that one. Need to kind of get a wriggle on with my training for that because it'll be just around the corner.
When's that?
It's like start of March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then going over to Europe, and there's a race called Lavarito Ultra Trail, and that's up in the mountains in Cortina, Italy.
Nice.
In the Dolomites, yeah.
There's lots happening next year.
And then Berlin Marathon. So I think that's pretty much all the races I'm going to do next year.
Are you doing Berlin?
I am.
Yeah.
My first time, I was saying to Dom, first time I've been happy about something debiting from my account. 'Cause it means your entry got accepted.
Yeah.
So
it kind of caught me off guard though. I was like, hang on, what's this?
Yeah.
Didn't plan for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it came. Yeah, I was like, oh, how am I going to eat this week now?
Yeah.
Then, I'm keen for that. You joining us or?
For what, Berlin? I don't think I'm quite in marathon shape yet. I think I'll slowly build up to it. I've only done 1 half marathon so far, so I'm Yeah, slowly building up.
Yeah.
You got lots of time.
I definitely want to do it one day though. Yeah.
Have you thought about it, or are you just focused on half?
The closest thing I've thought about, well, in regards to marathons, is to do a 41-kilometer run just to prove that
you can
do it, and then like save the 42K for an actual race.
Yeah.
Down the line in a few years.
Okay, so are you talking?
But I thought of doing a 41K run.
And not as like in a long run, or something.
Something like that. But I don't know when I'll do that.
You can just drop the flex that is a 42 marathon in long run and just do it slower.
Yeah.
Or just casually break 3 hours. You probably could do that tomorrow, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
need a couple gels though.
Okay.
Which I'm not used to taking. Yeah.
What do you reckon someone that's can run 15:40 and has done no marathon? Yeah, easy, right?
You'd still go like 2:35 at least, maybe
really?
2:30.
Yeah, wow.
No, but like no marathon, no longer runs or
I haven't done
the longest
I haven't done
run.
specific workouts or anything, right?
How much
someone
who's
like training just for
short, or you say 50, like a really fast 1500 meter runner, for example. Oh, actually,
I don't know.
That hasn't done long runs and stuff. Maybe I wonder if they would sort of fizzle out towards the end, but I guess everyone's different. Didn't Stewie run like a 62? Yeah.
But they kind of train like 10K runners almost.
Yeah, true. Probably not a good comparison.
And it's still running like 160Ks, 150Ks a week.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying? Where do we get to?
I don't know. We're talking about races.
Races, Dom, Europe, Berlin.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, talking to trail running though, I think Sota's now a trail runner. So.
Yeah.
I did my first trail race,
When was that? What was that one?
I actually forgot when that was. I think it was...
recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 3 weeks before the 1545K. Exactly 3 weeks before.
Okay. So that's the secret, hey?
Yeah, get on the trails.
It was an interesting one, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't expect to come away with a win for my first trail race, so it was good fun.
Yeah, nice.
It's something different. I think I do prefer enjoying the trails rather than racing though.
Yeah.
So, not sure when my next trail race will be, but I definitely enjoyed the scenery. And next time I want to do it, as a chill run rather than racing.
So like a long run or relax.
Yeah.
But what was it like racing comparing to the road?
Yeah, definitely really tough. I mean, the first 1.5 kilometers was all sand. The last 1.5 kilometers was all sand as well.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot more elevation, turning corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't really used to it. I actually ran in Rhodes though. I did Endorphin Speaks.
Oh.
But they worked fine. I think it was pretty good. I didn't feel like I was sacrificing grip or anything like that. But
okay. Not Vaporflies, it's a bit rogue.
Nah. I thought that would be a bit too unstable for the trails. But it was just something different and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't alone the whole time. I had like a really good trail runner apparently that was with me the whole time. He's a really good ultra distance, so I think that was a bit shorter than he would have liked.
Yeah.
Which is why I had a bit of an edge in the last sand bit where I picked it up. But he helped me out because I went the wrong way for a bit, for like 10 meters, and he got me back on track and everything. So I appreciated it, and it was a good line. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not like me at Wildflower Parkrun. Have you done Wildflower Parkrun?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It's hilly, and there's like a little section where you go in like a circle. For I can't remember if I talked about it, but I got lost in the middle and was just going in circles, and then anyway, it's not even, it's a park run as well. Probably shouldn't be getting lost.
Yeah.
But so a lot happening next year.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, I haven't thought about accommodation and all that sort of.
Yeah.
That's a very, very Nico. If you want to help us out, if you've got any ideas, then
Yeah.
Is this Nico Nels?
Yeah.
I miss him. I want to meet him soon.
Yeah.
Hit me up for a run.
Yeah.
Hit us up, all of us.
Yeah. I haven't. Yeah. He's been enjoying family life, I think.
Yeah.
By the looks of it. But yeah. All right. Cool. That's the update.
What about you, Big Chief?
Me, I don't know. Where do you want to start? So we'll do. I reckon. What I thought is just track back for the training that I did after Gong 5000 because I'm pretty sure it's up to date till that point. But yeah, so I ran, as a background, I ran 1601 at Gong 5000, which is good. And I was like, I'm right there.
Yeah.
It was like this. I think sub 16 for me was this
mental.
It's like just like proper running.
Proper
yeah, this mystical proper running barrier.
Yeah. If I can do that,
like
then
and then literally when's 15:30 happening? It's like, so yeah, it's been a long time coming, and it's like a bit of a mental barrier, which I think Sota probably would agree as well. Sure. But so I had where is it? Here it is. So yeah, that was sorry guys. So before that I think I started doing like fartlek type sessions with 800s that were quite hard, but not crazy, like maybe between 5k and 10k pace, and then a 2-minute float, which was like honest. So not
like 350s.
Yeah, or a bit quicker. Yeah. Obviously we don't the GPS on Gore Hill, and yeah, these have been done at Gore Hill, which I find is a really good place to do something a bit quicker. I've been enjoying that as opposed to Dom, you're smirking at me, but
I know it seems like it's always pretty generous around.
It's generous. Don't whatever pace. This is my opinion. Whatever pace you have, probably add a bit, especially because I got it on the right hand, which is like a bit slower.
I think the podcast with Orly.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about how
it's
the
a bit
GPS is a bit dodgy, and obviously if you have the watch on the outside, it's a bit generous.
Yeah, for sure, and I definitely feel that. But it's mainly still going off power, which is pretty even.
For sure.
And I've sort of at this point been training with Sally for quite a while, so have a pretty good. Tom, what are you eating there, mate? Sorry.
You got me.
Very professional, bloody hell.
I'm gonna eat as well. So
you
need to carry on for a bit.
It's just Dom's smirk. He's like he's taking a chocolate or something, or the freaking Santa sock you took like some presents out or something. Anyway, where was I up to? What was I talking about? Session. Yeah. So I've been training with Sally for long enough to where like you sort of understand what the power metrics equate to. So mainly just go off that, and also a lot on feel as well, more recently. Then so we're doing 800 on, 2-minute float, 2-minute generous, the float generous times by 5. Then we went into Gong 5000, 1601. Then the next Tuesday we did the same thing, but times 6. So just pushing it out a little bit, and those are it's
What was the first one? Times 4?
Times 5. Times 5.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And it's not an easy session.
Yeah.
Because it's like you always... But it's broken up quite well. Where you can sort of, I've done one. On the float, you kind of calm down a bit. And then you go hard again. But by the end, it's... Yeah. It starts to get tough. But I was enjoying that quite a lot.
Was it like... kind of comparable between the two sessions, the splits and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I was a little bit more tired after the race, but not really. The 5k doesn't seem to bang me up too much. Splits would be pretty similar.
Yeah, right.
Then we did Thursday. We've been doing like hills, but nothing crazy, like 20 or 30 second hills with big rest. And I figured out I've been doing it incorrectly because I've been taking I was taking a 1 minute 30 rest, and you're meant to do the full 3 minutes. Oh. Because it's like a different energy system. But me being pressed for time, just like 1.5. Okay, go again. But it kind of defeats the purpose. So I've now reverted back to 3 minute rest, which makes a difference because you're just recovering fully. I forgot what the benefit was, but there is a benefit, I think.
Yeah, it's like working the different system.
Yeah, so you go harder, and then...
There's like 3 different energy systems.
Yeah.
Aerobic, anaerobic, lactic, and ATP.
Yeah, so we're working... And you need more rest, I don't know. So I'm sure Sally will correct me, or I'll check in. Then Saturday, I did Bull's Head.
Bull's Head?
Yeah, which was good. Have you done Bull's Head?
I've
The
done
loop?
it, but I've not done a workout there yet.
Okay, all right. Dom, you got the crown.
Yeah.
You got the record.
Yep.
I know Sam Hopper does some stuff there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had
I
it,
used to.
and then Dom
Yeah.
just was like, you know what, Sam?
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
I've got this.
I think still a lot of credit to him. I did it on my first rep. He did it on his last rep. So
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the leaderboard say? I'm kidding, Sam. Oh, dear. That was good. I enjoyed that. So it was three loops. No rest in between.
Oof.
So it was meant to get more progressive. I had a park run. I had wildflower park run that day, and I was like, I don't want to do this. So people were going to Bull's Head, Arthur and Chris, and some people from Delta. So it was more fun than doing wildflower park run, getting lost again on my own. But that was a good loop. The first one was a bit slow because I went the wrong way.
Really? Kind of
and
in
then-
the theme.
Do you do the road loop or the one with the bit of trail?
I think it's the road one because it's like 2.7 Ks or something.
It's pretty weird. Like it's a strange loop. Like you wouldn't naturally think to run it because you go down like one of the streets and then hook around the water.
Yeah, I remember.
And then come back up and then you actually do the proper.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I remember like having to the downhill was kind of in a place where it's too steep that you had to it was hard to just let your legs fly down.
Yeah, you have to hold back a little bit
back,
so you don't fall.
Yeah.
And the Vaporflies sometimes feel like ice skating shoes
Yeah.
going down the hills, just for me at least. So you got to be careful. But I can imagine you just flying down that hill and then me being like, Dom, slow down. It was like a centennial, when there's the grass downhill, like the steep one,
Oh yeah.
and you kind of just let it fly and it's almost like you're floating away.
Yeah.
I remember racing Dom in UTMR as well. He
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
loves
yeah.
his downhills. Like,
He
goes so
freaking
fast.
goes so.
Yeah.
I'm like, my quads will snap.
I think after Buffalo Stampede, I figured that was the difference. People running downhills fast.
For sure.
Yeah, right. You mean they were really good at it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously you can never win a race from the uphills. You got to be a pretty good flat and downhill runner.
Yeah.
I think it's for trail
Yeah.
running, it's underrated. Like people
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
don't kind of focus on that.
How do you train that? Just run down hills more.
Yeah, run down hills more, and it's kind of like a confidence thing. Like you just have to kind of be a bit ballsy and go for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You kind of think going down that hill at Bull's Head, you're kind of like, geez, what if I fall?
Yeah.
I'm not going too, you really sort of let it go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the adventurer and surfer in your Dom.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Skateboarder too.
Yeah, skateboarder too.
Bit of secret training.
So did that, got progressively quicker for those. Tried to make the last one sort of a race effort. It wasn't meant to be a tempo. It was kind of meant to be quick, or as quick as I could manage it. But I was pretty cooked. I think I think Arthur was mentioning when you go up the hills, you're meant to it's better to just be conservative up the hill because it's going to cook you a lot more. So you cruise up the hills, and then when you get up, then accelerate. Right? I didn't do that. I was kind of going a bit, pushing my power a lot. I think that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because if you try and maintain a solid pace going up a hill, I don't know, maybe it's just a theory.
I don't know. Everyone's got their own strengths and weaknesses.
I just felt like my legs just built up a bit, and then I think by the last one I slowed down a bit on the hills.
Yeah.
To then take advantage of the flat a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know Ian, right? My friend?
Yeah.
He loves doing St. Peter's Park Run. So there's obviously that massive uphill and then downhill right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time we do St. Peter's Park Run together, he always sends it up the hill.
Yeah.
I hold back, but then I end up going faster down the hill and then we end up in the same position. So,
Right,
yeah, it's pretty interesting. Everyone has their own way of doing it.
Yeah, true,
so Ian
true.
loves going up hills really quick, whereas I take it a bit more chill and then I go faster down the hill.
True.
But I think Dong's the extreme version of that. That goes even quicker down the hill.
Yeah.
It's like a whole spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Like,
True.
I'm definitely more on the downhill send side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Team Dom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. You're definitely. There's certainly no right way to do things. Is there?
No, yeah.
It's whatever
Yeah,
works
to
for
each
you.
their own. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Then.
I guess though, like maybe like thinking about it more, it's hard to kind of like go fast uphill. So
Yeah. I just
maybe Arthur's kind of right. Who knows?
I just know I don't know. Who knows?
Are you going to make up more time going like fast downhill and putting the effort into going fast downhill on the flats?
Yeah.
Compared to putting the effort in to go fast uphill, I feel like I don't know.
It's probably like you can go faster with because when I look at my power going up a hill, I can push the power so much more, and you get cooked a lot easier.
Yeah.
Going up a hill.
Time wise, like, does it make that much of a difference?
No, you can be pushing. So you can be running like depending on the hill. Say you're running a 3:45, and your race pace is like 3:20. To run to try and run a 3:30 up the hill, is gonna be like maybe a bit more power required. Like for example, Sally always mentions in races, be careful about your power on the hills. Like don't burn the fuse, because it can get you into trouble.
Yeah. I guess if that's your strength, then you won't be playing to that. So
who knows? Yeah, I remember Sunrun.
Yeah, Sunrun. Jeez.
Yeah, no, thank you. Have you done Sunrun?
I haven't, and I've heard a lot about it, and I don't think I'll be doing it.
10K of death.
Yeah.
It's a good way to start the year, though. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
All right, yeah, back on the training.
Okay, yeah, we've chucked in a few theories about hills that are probably all actually, I don't think we just do disclaimers enough. Please don't listen to anything I say.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it.
Please. This is all theories. Grain of salt. I'm certainly not an example in this regard. All right. Balls Head, lots of fun. The Sundays have all been just easy, easy 90 minutes, which is I've really been enjoying a lot. That's one thing about marathon training is when you get to Sunday, it's all about big sessions. Not always, but a lot of the time. And it is enjoyable, but it depends how much, for me at least, fatigue's already in your legs. But anyway, so then...
So I didn't know you were doing 90-minute long runs. I thought you were doing more, but maybe...
No, just 90 minutes.
I just remember all your marathon workouts.
Yeah.
I know you as the long run guy, you know?
Yeah. That was my thing.
Those crazy workouts.
Yeah. Check the schedule every week, being like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they were insane.
They were good. That was solid sessions.
Yeah.
It felt like just such a relief getting through, especially towards the pointy end, those bigger tempo workouts, which were like sort of in midweek, and then you got a big, solid. I think I carried a lot of fitness from the marathon, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Which has led up to this, I think, because that was certainly some really good training. Probably some of the best training I've done before. And then so this is the longest training update, because this is what happens when we go on break. Can you imagine if I took 2 months off? We'd be doing a 17-hour podcast. Apologies, you can click the thing on Spotify that just skips every 15 seconds until you get to Sota, and then we're good.
Mine's going to be a lot shorter.
I mean, there's benchmarks.
Yeah.
How much? Oh god, now I'm anxious about the time. Anyway, all right, let's get through this. So Thursday, heels. Saturday, fart leg pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay. All right, I'll be a bit more serious. So Saturday was a fart leg, which was going in a pyramid. So 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 hard, which was good. It's good to see Brendan Fink as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who's back. Seems to be struggling with a bit of injury, but he's coming back, which is good.
Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah.
Still is going.
Still, yeah. The Tuesday, so just been doing more of those I think those Tuesday workouts have been good for sure, like the speed stuff leading up to Rhodes. Then so pretty much that's it until Rhodes. Maybe we'll do what you've been doing for training, then we'll both speak about the race itself. Yeah, if you want. So
Cool.
Apologies for the delay.
No stress. Well, yeah, my training's been pretty scattered, as I've told you off camera. But yeah, I guess because I got COVID in July, which is like after the last time I went on the podcast with you guys.
Yep.
And coming back from COVID, I got like a tendon injury because I was doing quite a lot of like stairs inside the house because it's a 3-floor house that I was at.
Okay.
Because I didn't really have any symptoms apart from the first day. But that really worked my, posterior muscles down in the, Achilles area. So yeah, Achilles was kind of flaring up a little bit, and also my peroneal tendon. Yeah, and then that was the injury that a lot of you might know that didn't let me wear any shoe except for the Vaporfly. Because the Vaporfly just wouldn't touch that tendon, so it wouldn't aggravate it. So I had to do all my runs with Vaporflies for a while. But anyway, so I got that injury, and then I got like a piriformis injury, which I ran with in Sydney half.
Yeah. And
then I got a peroneal tendon injury again after that for a bit. So yeah, my training's been really, on and off.
Yep.
So that 1540 was really a surprise to me. I didn't think I would be anywhere near it. I think the night before, I was with one of my close friends, and I was telling her that, I think I'll run 1603 or whatever on a good day. Yeah. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it was a real shock. But
we were texting, and you were kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, I was like, it'd be good to follow you. I can't remember what I said.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous, but I guess looking back at the 3-4 weeks leading up to it, I just tried to fit in whatever I can, and I went a lot of it by feel. So I didn't like focus on any splits or anything like that. I kind of went day by day and worked out how I'm feeling that day, and if I felt good, then I would try and fit in a tempo. And then if I was feeling like I need to recover, then I would do an easy run. And when I really needed to recover, I took a rest day. So I had like 2 rest days in the month leading up to, the parkrun. I typically take 1 rest day every fortnight. So like I have a 7-day week, 6-day week. And I take it whenever I feel like I need it. So that's why I don't really have any structure. I didn't even do my Sunday long runs. I kind of just fit it in wherever I could. And I just heard from Ed Goddard, because I helped him make like a video a while ago that you might have seen on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, it was good. That was on the track, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was driving me to ES Marks that day, and also back as well after. But he was telling me about how you should try and fit in a decent amount of tempo where you can. Like he's a big believer in tempos.
Yeah.
Whereas
he does huge like 18K.
Yeah.
18K tempos.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But I thought I'd experiment with that, because he told me that, and I was like, I've been more of an easy mileage guy, not many workouts.
Yep.
But I thought, let's try something new, lower the volume a little, increase the intensity, see what happens.
Yep.
But I feel like I managed it well in terms of being honest with how I feel every single day.
Yep.
So I managed to fit in tempos on the days I feel good, and I feel like that really helped me out for this 5K, because I don't know, I don't think I would have done 1540 that comfortably if I didn't get in a bit of intensity, because obviously when we're talking sub 16, we're
legs have got to turn over.
Turn over the legs. So I won't go through the exact training program, but we're not that of a program. I don't have a coach, and we'll talk more about that later on as well if we have time for it. But
what about what do you mean by tempo? Like, what kind of stuff is it?
Yeah, so I mean, long story short, a tempo is basically, for the viewers that, listeners that aren't aware, it's kind of the fastest pace that you're not producing excess lactic acid, which is the jelly feeling that you get in your legs. And it's basically to help you race easier, kind of thing. Is the simplest way of putting it. But sorry, what was the question?
No. So what do you because because tempo means different things for certain people.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think threshold and tempo.
Threshold is a bit quicker. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Tempo is like more by feel.
So what do you do? Like 20-minute? You'll do a consecutive?
It would be really random. So in the 4 weeks leading up to it, one of them was a 19k hilly tempo. That was probably the toughest. That was 3:59 average.
Yeah.
But I also had a few shorter ones which were like 4k tempo, but it was like not even that quick. So yeah, it really depended on the day. I also mixed my training around my friends who were also running because I like running with other people as well.
Yeah.
And the good thing about not having a coach is that I can just join in with anyone at any point. And be pretty adaptable with my training. So that's one thing I've always enjoyed about not having a coach. Not that I have anything against, having a coach, but with my kind of lifestyle and how my schedule and stuff works, I think it works well that I get to do whatever run I want every day.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of pros and cons to every side, and everyone's situations are very different.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, certainly working for you. But yeah. Where were you up to? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it, to be honest. I guess the Tuesday before the race, so 4 days out from the race, I was at Delta, which I saw you finish your 800 workout.
I think it was. Yeah. How was that? You went out with the big man, Alex Shaw.
Oh yeah,
I was like, this is ballsy.
It's pretty tough.
Do you know how quick Alex is?
I know he's a sub 15 runner.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
know he's quick. Yeah,
because I was seeing you chase him, and you were right with him.
Yeah, I think I'm really like a, go hard or go home kind of guy. In races as well. You always see me, trying to stick to the front and race from the front and giving it my all. I'm not really about tactics and stuff. I just want to
give it a crack.
And same with the workouts, But yeah, it's pretty tough. I think halfway through I was starting to struggle for sure, but I still, held on. But again, I wasn't really focused on splits. I just wanted to get a bit of an effort in to get ready for Saturday. So I still don't know to this day what splits I did, but I don't really mind. I just know I gave a good effort, which was going to help me out.
I can tell you they were quick, but I don't know what they were as well.
It felt quick. So that's about it. So I guess we can talk about the
race. But
race
how did you feel because it was pretty solid session. Were you because you were saying you carried a little bit of doubt into the race.
Yeah,
that was after the.
Well, I mean,
session.
if anything, it did kind of scare me a little because obviously Alex is an amazing runner, but just not being able to negative split a workout or whatever kind of got to my head a little. I thought, oh, this might be a tricky ask to go sub 16, which is why I told my friend the night before that I'm not sure if I can, but
anyway,
I mean, cool. It worked out in the end, so no complaints for me.
What were you thinking seeing Sota run around with Alex?
I was
like, oh shit.
I was like, oh jeez.
Yeah, but I saw you doing your reps and I was getting intimidated as well. So we must have been...
I was looking and we were like, I was like, this is ballsy. And we were like talking as we were running around. Second rep's on, I was like, this is still very ballsy. And then,
were you guys kind of just like eyeing each other off, like?
No, well, because I finished my session.
I
finished my session and I was like, just trying to like cheer you on to make sure you were
I got to see the end of his workout, so the last few reps, But I didn't know what he was doing at the time, but I just assumed, well, because there were 800s, he was, moving. And
that was,
who knows? I probably thought he was doing 2K reps at that pace, or something like that. I think that's why, I was like, wow, this guy's, fit, and it's gonna be tricky.
Oh, dude.
But I just knew that we were both gonna push each other. It seemed like you were having a good workout. Even though I got dropped, obviously it wasn't like a bad workout or anything. So.
I would love to be.
I think
it's an honor to be dropped by Alex. No, it was good, and I think that little bit of healthy, like in the race, knowing you're going to be chasing someone and maybe you don't, like you just want to stick with them, is pretty healthy. And does help, I would say, but not. Definitely, I don't feel like we've ever gotten carried away with it though. In terms of like, it's more like
What, going out too quick or whatever?
Oh, just like I want
Getting
to be
competitive?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's more like
Yeah.
you know, it's more the spirit is a bit of competition, but
Yeah.
more encouragement at the end of the
100%.
day. Like
Yeah, I think that's a good thing about running. Everyone's just
Everyone just-
doing
Yeah.
their own thing.
everyone
yeah.
wants to see each other get a PB.
Yeah.
And the the no name run club thing, which is like for the listeners, it's
Yeah.
like like Dong said, it's an underground run club
Yeah.
that I made, which is kind of true. I see that as like a team,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a unofficial team where we kind of help each other.
Yep.
We're all around the same level, Now we're like sub 16 runners up to sub 19 runners kind of thing, but
Yeah.
we all have the same goal of wanting to run quicker,
Quicker,
I
yeah.
guess, and we kind of help each other. So, I
Yeah.
think I like that vibe that we have on that chat.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things about running, in my view, is like it doesn't feel like there might be, but it doesn't feel competitive. Like like no one really cares. Everyone just wants to run faster.
Yeah.
Because everyone's sense of faster. It doesn't matter if you're running, like you look at Mum who's running like sub 40,
Yeah.
and it's the same feeling of joy
yeah.
when
Yeah.
you improve. So it's like it's really not. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my Instagram caption recently. The one that said "Rising tide lifts all the boats." But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
obviously, everyone wanting to get quicker and training hard, just lifts everyone else up, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty supportive community, the running community, and
Yeah.
I think that's something very special, which you don't see in some other sports. Like more people are competitive and there's a lot of egos and stuff, but running seems to be pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
competition, business competition. It
Yeah.
feels completely different. It's like,
Yeah.
what are the competition doing? Or they're doing this and that. It's maybe that's just in my industry, but anyway. But So
The race.
race, yeah. What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
I don't know who's gonna explain it.
Well, I saw. We'll go from our own point of views, and then
Yeah.
it'll probably converge.
Start with Luke.
Yeah, well, I got out of my car and I saw Leo. And I was like,
Couldn't buy this one.
this could be big trouble. And then we walked around. You probably don't need to know that I walked around, but anyway.
All the details.
Yeah. Dear, oh dear. And then
Did you talk to Leo? Or?
I talked to Leo before,
Yeah,
but
what
I
did
saw
he say?
you before, and
Okay,
you're like,
yeah.
Leo's pacing. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit. And then I talked to Leo, I think he already did the tempo
Really?
beforehand, because I saw him start and he was flying.
He's
and I was
young.
like, that is not jogging. That is, but Leo's probably Leo's some 30 guy.
He's
And
the best short trail runner in Australia.
Yeah, well, where do we come?
He's 40th in the world.
Is that the
Championship.
in the
mountain
World Champs.
mountain running
Yeah,
champs? Yeah, in Thailand. Yeah.
I had a good chat with Leo beforehand, and then we still were standing around. I was like, this race is nothing. But then still was a little bit nervous at the start line. Like we always get nervous. And then I was like, all right. Honestly, I had no, I was just like, I want to run quick, but I didn't think I was going to break 16 there. Because I historically had, like 16:13, 16.
Yeah, that was your
13.
PB the last time we did it.
Yeah, 16:13 twice or 16:14.
Yeah.
When I was like in good half marathon shape, and you put in the calculator, like, all right, well, I've run 72, 53. What does that equal? 5K, 15, 40. Okay, cool. So we're gonna, and then it just doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was not expecting to run that quick, but what about you've touched on it a bit, but
Yeah.
what about you before the race?
Yeah, well, going back to Leo actually, because I put an Instagram story up saying, we're all going to try and go quick on Saturday. Does anyone want to join? Leo replied and he was like, yeah, I'll be there.
You're like, all right, not that quick,
All right,
Leo. Yeah.
There goes the win. Let's go for second place.
Yeah. It's
No.
parkrun. I don't want to win. It's all right.
No, I did say that, I want it to be quicker. And to be honest, even if they're a lot quicker, if you know that someone's ahead of you, you still kind of go quicker, right?
Yeah.
So I was kind of happy that it's coming because parkrun doesn't usually get that competitive, right?
Yeah.
The one we did was like really competitive.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
see 3 people breaking 16 in a parkrun.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. True.
But anyway, Yeah, and then Leo last minute decided to, generously pace 16-minute flat pace, which is obviously 3:12.
Yeah.
But I guess I wanted like 15:50-ish, so he was gonna do 3:10s. But yeah, it was good that he hopped in last minute to pace.
Absolutely.
Because that helped me take my mind off of it.
Yeah. He gave us a big gift with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did the first K very well in terms of execution because I made sure to go the fastest possible without pushing it a single bit.
Yeah.
So at no point did I feel like I was like putting in an effort or surge.
Yep.
But I was also keeping my cadence super high.
Yep.
And that was the most comfortable 3:09 first K I've ever done. Like,
is that a 3:09?
I think it was for me, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the slowest first K I've ever done at Rhodes, which I think contributed to what I'll say after. But so that's good.
It felt insanely comfortable. It felt like a jog almost, which I was surprised with. And then because I know the Rhodes course pretty well, I know which Ks are fast, which Ks are slower. First K has a bit of a sharp turn 400 meters in, but I knew the second K is like all flat and just straight road. So I wanted to get into a nice rhythm, sit behind Leo. So Leo, properly went to the front so I could draft behind him from then on.
And we had Anthony with us as well.
Yeah, we had Anthony and Otto for a bit.
And Otto,
I only found out from the video because I actually didn't look back at all. So I was just second or first the whole time, didn't look back. But yeah, actually Anthony said something funny in the first K. He was like, "You're not much of a windbreaker, are you?" to me. I was like, wow, this guy's getting in my head, like, already in the first K. But, yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I'm a skinny guy. I'm not really drafting. I mean, I'm not really a windbreaker, but...
And I wasn't confident enough to go up next to you or anything. I'm just, like, trying to be like, this is fast, it's fast,
it's fast. Yeah, it was fast. But yeah, anyway, second K was a bit quicker. It was 3:06, actually. Third K was 3:09. And again, I was feeling super comfortable 3Ks in. And yeah, that's when I knew I was in for a pretty good day. Because 3:09, 3:06, 3:09 is a pretty good first 3K, I would say. And to feel good with it.
Is it pretty accurate, the GPS for you, historically?
It has been historically for me at Rhodes. It's pretty accurate. And then 4K was my slowest, which is 3:10. But slowest K 3:10 is good.
It's pretty good.
Well, yeah, good for me because my previous PB before that was 15:50, or on that course it was 16:03.
16:03.
And then the last K, because I still had a lot left in the tank, felt good, and I think Leo could tell that I was feeling good that day. He decided to pick it up, and he kept on telling me that he wasn't going to hand me the win, so I needed to like earn it. I definitely started picking it up, and the last K was 3:01, which is just absolutely crazy. Jeez. I think the fastest last kilometer I've ever done before that in a 5K is 3:08. So like 3:01 is moving.
I thought I was slowing down. And I wasn't but it was just Sota was picking up so much.
That was crazy.
Which is wild.
But yeah, Leo made sure to keep pushing me until the end, which I really appreciated because obviously we didn't really have that the last time we did it, right? It was just you and I in no man's land pretty much.
That was
and it doesn't make it easy when you're alone up there. Same with you,
especially when you start really feeling it and you're like, this sucks. Which I didn't feel that at all.
Really?
Nah, it was weird.
It felt good.
It was mystic.
I did too.
It was like I don't know, if you believe in higher power, then the gods around were certainly looking at us.
Which is why I'm excited for PB City next week. We're only a week off for another 5K, and it's on the track this time. I know you don't think the track is fast.
No, I'm just a bit of a negative Nancy about running in a.
I heard the last podcast that you did a few weeks ago. You're like,
what did I say about the track?
I think you were talking about the other time we went down, like your first time doing a track race. And
you ran 17:10 or something when you thought you were going to run 16:40.
Oh yeah. That was me being here, like, right. Rhodes 16:40, and then Dom's like, track's quicker. I'm like, 16 minutes, let's go with that. And then I've gone out too fast.
That's the dangerous thing about the track. Everyone goes out quick. They want the good
Yeah.
position, right? So, yeah. But I guess I'm more curious because I was obviously, as a front racer that likes to be at the front, I didn't get to see what was happening behind me that much. But I don't know, what did you see from your perspective? And what position were you at like 3K and whatever?
I ran with Anthony and Otto for a bit, and then I kind of was just trying to settle in, and the first K was good because it said 3:15 on my watch, but it wasn't. But it was certainly slower than I normally went out at, and I feel like it really helped to like you said, just feel comfortable going through that first K.
Yeah, you turn it into a 4K race.
Yeah. And I think every other time at Rhodes, I'd gone out too quick. And then I really towards 2Ks, you start burning, and then you start slowing down. And then from 2Ks to 3.5, it's like, oh God, why do I do this again? And I've just historically raced them like that.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, because there's so many different ways you can race it. And just people have very different, I think Tobias has had success going out quick, really quick, and then fading.
Yeah.
Because he's run, I think do you know Tobias? Delta runner? Probably.
Definitely heard of the name.
Okay, yeah, I do, we train quite a lot together. But he's, I think he's got the just off you. He's run 15.
I think I looked at the all-time list.
There. Yeah.
We're both tied 5th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he, after the race, he made sure to be like, "What time do you run?" Yeah, I was like,
had to make sure you
yeah. So I was with Anthony and Otto, and I was trying to find my place, and then just settle in. And it helps so much having Leo, that Leo was pacing, so you don't have to look at your watch, any of that. Then after the first K, the second K was quick,
3:06 for me.
Yeah, so it would be 3:09 or 3:08, something like that. And I was like, I'm still breathing quite well.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. I was like, we could be on here. But I was like, it's too early, just focus. Then the third K, where's the turnaround?
The end of the third K.
Okay.
Yeah, 3K finish where you turn, yeah.
Interesting, because...
Or the third K split is right before that, yeah.
And then, and then you got 2Ks to go. Okay.
Seems like longer than 2Ks.
Yeah, it seems like long, but I'm turning around and I'm still feeling good. And I've seen the third K split, and I've said to Leo, I think I said something like, nice job pacing or something. Or thanks, good job, Leo. I don't know. I said something because I was just like, holy shit, we could be on. And he's like, we're not done yet. And then he just kept running. Or he said something like, keep your head in the game, sort of thing, which is fair. Then about up till 3.5, almost near 4Ks, I was feeling okay. It was one of those races where, yes, you're working hard. You're not jogging, but you just got the most I got the most performance out of myself.
I think the atmosphere helped.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. It was.
Sounds like it was a real team atmosphere.
It was.
Because all of us felt good that day, right?
Yeah.
We all had amazing races. Anthony missed out by 3 seconds?
3 seconds.
16:02?
And he was running.
Yeah.
He was running well. And to run that time at Rhodes is quick. It's quick. I honestly still don't know how I ran 15:48.
Yeah. Because there are a few sharp turns and undulating hills. Yeah. So it's not the complete fastest course, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a track would still be faster.
Yeah. And then I think about 3.5K, I started to breathe. I was breathing hard, and you're working, and you're like, I just want this to be over. Yeah. But it was far enough in the race where you're like, I think we could be on for something here. Maybe we're just gonna break 16. I thought Leo might have just been pacing a bit quicker than 16. I had no idea how quick he was actually going. And then, what happened? Yeah, I think I was still holding a good pace. You obviously cleared away. And
when did I clear away? Because I didn't look back.
I don't remember, man. It was probably 3.5. You started pulling away roughly. And then 4, you started going. And I was like, am I slowing down, or is Sota speeding up?
Yeah.
Because to close in, what was it?
3:01.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
think the most interesting part is because I don't know how many people listening knows this, but us two raced the 3K champs.
We did, yeah.
And we ran some
we ran
pretty crap 3K times.
I was like, oh, that's not bad for 3K, and then I was like, that's not good.
Yeah.
But you know,
it was pretty hot and stuff.
And did both of us split faster than those times? Because I definitely did. I ran 9:25 at the 3K champs. It was a super hot day though, but I closed in 9:20 the last 3Ks.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's wild. I think I split. I don't know, but it was something about. I probably closed the last 3Ks in that time as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, then ran. I was pretty done. I thought I'd run about low, maybe 16 or low, like really.
Then you look at your watch.
Yeah, I didn't know. Stopped it because I was fiddling around with my watch at the start, and it said 15:48. And I was like, surely not. I wouldn't believe it. And Leo kept saying, no, you're under. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, you under. And then people were saying, how'd you go? And I was like, oh, it says 15:48.
It says 15:48.
But I was like, no, but I think because I was mucking around and Leo's like, I was genuinely like in shock.
Yeah.
And then it came out and then the Rhodes thing said it and I was like, shit. We just broke 16 in pretty nice. But yeah. It comes back to, for me, there's some races where it's like a mystical. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, something just clicks. Falls into place. And,
yeah.
How many races like sub 16:30 have you done?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few.
Like, you're probably due for a big breakthrough.
And then I had the barrier in my mind about Rhodes, like running fast half, and then of course like thinking, as I said before, calculate. Yeah, the course is cursed. It's long. It's this. It's that. And you're like, this is bullshit. 16:13.
You can run 16:30 again.
Yeah. Literally, I was like, oh, maybe I run a big 16:05. You know, because that was already playing in my head.
Yeah.
But
going under by 12 seconds is huge for that barrier.
Yeah.
It was like a 30-second PB or something.
On that course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
did the
16:01.
Yeah. On that crazy 950 meter psycho.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, another thing is I had my secret weapon. Oh, I probably shouldn't reveal it. It's a lot of caffeine. That's my. Have you ever had one of those cans?
That's it.
Mate, that is it. I could have gone to a club. Literally. Chris and Aurelie and Josh last time when we were at Wollongong, right. I was bouncing. I was like jogging, like worrying about my heart and stuff. But caffeine's good stuff. Keep the dose low during the normal days, and then actually just don't listen to anything I say again. It's all good. Just.
All right, you know what? We might change the topic to something I want to talk about.
Yeah, go on.
Flipping the roles a little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna become the interviewer.
Okay.
I mean, no, I'll talk about what I think as well, but.
Tell me.
So. Yeah, friend of mine pointed out that I didn't seem that happy when I PB'd.
Yeah.
And a lot of people usually point that out as well when I usually have like a good race or whatever.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like?
Oh, sorry.
PBing and like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess from my perspective, have you heard of the hedonic treadmill or whatever before?
Yep.
Hedonic treadmill.
Yeah.
So, like, everyone has like a baseline level of happiness, and obviously, if you have like a super, positive life event or even a negative life event, you end up going back to the same baseline level of happiness after a while.
Yep.
And it doesn't actually make you happy or anything.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like every time I PB, I'm like happy for a little bit, right?
Yep.
But then as soon as it settles, you're like already focused on the next thing, and that's just your next kind of baseline, right?
Yep.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? How long are you happy for when you PB?
That's a really good question. I think it's obviously again going to be different for everybody, but for me personally, it's always sort of been very, very quick that I'll be like thinking about the next race.
Yeah, same.
And I don't tend to. I used to place a lot more emphasis on running the time and like stuff like that, but I don't see how. Obviously, we want to run quick times, like, but like placing too much emphasis can mean that you'll just not you'll not feel good if you miss it. You'll put too much emphasis on it, and also if you hit it, you'll just ride it too much. That's been my experience. So, I mean, I was stoked. I was stoked after breaking 16.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's just like when it happens, it happens. Like, you know,
And, like, I wouldn't say I'm any happier
as a person.
Yeah, you know.
I've tried to take look at running from I just enjoy running, and it's a joyful process. Even just every run is pretty good. Like, I just enjoy getting out there, and like even just your easy runs, right? So, but when you have a good race, it's like another level. But I don't know. I've had a very differing relationship with times over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think same here. Yeah, and I've always wondered if it's just me or if it's other people, but yeah.
Yeah, so what's your...
I go through different states of mind. Like, you know, sometimes I'm focused on times, and then sometimes I'm not.
Yeah.
But I hate how when I sit back and try and work out whether I truly care or not, I definitely can't tell, because I go through these cycles of caring about times and then not caring about times.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a weird thing, but I'm curious to know what Dom thinks as well, because obviously you've run some pretty good races and times as well, but what do you reckon?
I think, it's kind of like, I listened to Smitty's other podcast with Joe Weeby. The other day they were talking about ego, and how like ego is kind of like the salesman in your mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like similar to chasing times. Like you need to have the salesman, because otherwise you won't be able to sell as much stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't just put all your focus on that.
Yeah.
Because then you'll lose the purpose of whatever you're trying to do. Like the purpose isn't always to sell more stuff, it's to produce good stuff. Whereas with running, I think the purpose should be to enjoy it. And enjoy the training and be happy. And if you're just focusing on the times and kind of connecting who you are as a person to running a certain time, you're giving the salesman too much credit, and
for sure
you're getting away from maybe what it could be making you happier.
I think, for sure. When do you remember a time where you sort of were leaning too much into that, and a time where you sort of let go?
I think I really wanted to run sub 2:30 for the marathon, and I ran 2:32, but I feel like the marathon's kind of different because it's such a journey to even run a marathon that I was happy with the result regardless. I got to the finish line and I ran 2:32, and I was like, oh, that's still good, and like I'm content with the whole process. But I feel like I don't know, running sub 2 minutes for the 800, that was like, I was absolutely obsessed with times.
And
like
that's a big barrier though. To be fair.
And I feel like track stuff, it's a lot more about times, like especially the short stuff like that, and it's only like a couple of seconds, but you really attach yourself to that a lot more. And being able to break 2 minutes was that was a weird kind of feeling. It was like I tried hard for like 3 years, and I finally got this goal, and it was kind of like, oh shit, like now what? And it wasn't too long after that I kind of like lost interest in it. Whereas I think that running with like Smitty and running with other people since moving on from the track has been a lot more sustainable for me and kept me going. So I think like long term it's probably better to not focus on times too much, but you still need to have a salesman, and like you still need to you can't just say, oh, I'm just running for the fun of it. Like it's good to have a goal and to set a time.
Something to work towards, but
absolutely.
There's a balance I feel. It's more like for me it's like I don't want to attach too much of my identity to that, because then if you start slipping off, the pace, or if you start like not hitting sessions as hard and times are going down, then you just get demotivated because you're like, I'm nowhere near this goal.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, you shouldn't be, what's the point then? Like, if you're not enjoying doing the sessions, and I don't know, it's very difficult to, it's very, but in terms of like how it sets, I think it's like a bit of everything, with everything, like everything I've achieved that I thought I was like, because you always have this illusion that you get to this point and then like, oh, then that's what I'll be much happier. Yeah. But it does just set back, right? So for me, it's been a process of trying to just have a bit more peace, which is different to chasing a high or something that's going to bring you up. And I don't know, it's very hard to explain. Yeah. What about you? Have you progressed with that?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I think it's a constant cycle for me, which has been pretty tough, honestly. Like, because it's crazy to think that if you look at my pure running resume for this year, like 2022, it's been pretty insane. Like, won a few races, broke a few course records, ran a lot of PBs. But then when I went on like random solo walks at night, or even like a hike with someone else recently, like, I realized that I don't feel like I'm any happier at all. If anything, I feel like I'm a bit more down nowadays. So I just thought that was interesting. And, as a guy that has, a YouTube channel and stuff, I want to make sure I'm representing myself in a good way and not like being unauthentic and stuff. So I've always been wondering if I should talk more about that or not. I'm wondering if I should make videos on that topic.
I think it's an important topic, and I think if it's not talked about, it's something certainly experienced, especially as you continue with running, because like you start knocking off times, and you're like, is there always going to have to be? Am I always going to have to run faster to enjoy this, or or can I just enjoy it? And I think everyone's journey to get to that point is different. Like you have to experience it for yourself. But I remember Chris Ford said something that stuck with me, and we were talking about times, and he said, I think if you ran a faster time, you're not going to be probably a better person, but you might just have a bigger ego. And I was like, it's true. It's like there's a balance there.
Yeah, but I guess that's why the journey is also really important, right? Like you gotta actually enjoy the training, otherwise it's just gonna eat you up if you just like you said, completely focus on times.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like having a goal and a time,
it anchors you.
That's
focuses
what I mean.
you. It's so difficult.
I'm in a constant dilemma. I don't know which one I like.
Words don't do it justice, because it's like
you can't just sit around and be happy. Like you have to be doing something.
It's too hard to
There's so much to talk about that in this topic, but like it's hard to put it into words, right? Because I've always looked up to all these runners, and then like I'm slowly creeping up closer to them, right?
I think if you can do this, like for me, if I'm doing the sessions and I'm enjoying doing the sessions, I'm not thinking like, when am I going to race the 5K to finally break this time? You're just enjoying doing the training. But again, it's very difficult. I don't know how to explain it.
It's just like, I just want to be a proper runner.
I just want to be, that's my goal. That's the freaking illusion. I want to be a proper runner. When I run sub 16, all right, you've done it now. Okay, so literally in my phone.
Never ending.
So I want to see how much closer I can get to 15:30. It's like, fuck, you've just run. So I'm good at talking, but I'm not good at actually encompassing what I'm saying.
But anyway, that's why I kind of like the training that I'm doing now as well, because before I would religiously do a Sunday long run every week. And then like one tempo or something a week. But right now, I'm trying to realize that no matter what route I take, I will eventually get faster. Well, I will gradually get faster as long as I do the mileage, right, at the end of the day. So I'm trying to do what I want every day more than focusing on structured training, which is why I've been doing really random stuff recently.
Yeah.
And yeah, just putting this on paper. I have a paper in front of me right now for all you
Yeah.
listeners. Yeah, just put it into perspective how random my training's been. But
Yep.
I think it's worked for me, and
Yeah.
I think I'll stick to it for the meantime
Yeah.
until I feel like I'm ready to kind of start chasing specific times and stuff again. Because
Yeah.
like I said, I keep going through this cycle and it's not fun at the moment.
Yeah. What do you? I think the strategy, if I can comment, it's a pretty good one because you're sort of mixing it up, but I mean you're getting quicker.
Yeah, that's the biggest shock.
thing.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting quicker, but again, I think it's a very important thing to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
But everyone's different. I think it's a cross references like work, all these different things. It's just a very human experience. I think just running because it's so measurable plays into it a lot. So you can it's very binary. It's like, do you run 16 minutes or not? But anyway, I think I don't know how long we've been going.
How long have we been going for?
Yeah, once we got past my training update, then
that took up the
majority
biggest
of it.
portion. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know. I didn't keep track.
So
I think it's funny because like the show's called With the Chiefs,
yeah,
and like a chief is kind of that, I don't know, kind of egotistical kind of person.
truth,
Which I don't know. What does the name kind of mean? I've got no idea.
The name, the name means we would. Have I said the origins of the name before?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I definitely don't know. So I'd like to know.
Okay,
It's not-
well,
yeah.
it's not. I mean, Dom and I used to call each other Chief, and we'd be like, because I remember when I was working in retail, you get some customers that would come in and they'd like give you nicknames. They'd be like, "G'day Champ" or "G'day Chief," and then that was just became a joke.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, Chief, how are you, mate?" And then we started saying it to each other, but then I don't know. We called it With the Chiefs. I don't remember why we did actually, but it kind of just we didn't sit down and go, all right, names. What do you reckon, Dom? With the Chiefs, yeah.
Just kind of came about. But,
No, it's good.
Yeah, so
I hate overthinking about like what to name it and stuff. Like it takes so long.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We went with that, and
Yeah.
you were making a point, I think. Were you
yeah,
making
I
a
don't
point?
know. I was just thinking.
I like the ego and the salesman. It's good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that's good.
But I feel like running is not a very chief activity. Like,
No.
There's not too many real chiefs in running,
I think,
except for the Chiefs.
except for the Chiefs. And it's when you get caught up in times, it's very personal. Like you're not like G'ing each other up from a team. Like, you know, when you're playing football and you're like, I'm going to beat this team and stuff like that. It's self-inflicted suffering.
Yeah, that's a cool sport.
Yeah.
And it
it's
mostly
good.
just brings in good people. I think mainly because of that like
Yeah.
dilemma of trying to chase times or whatever and just live a fulfilling life.
Yeah, everyone's in the same. You get the sense when you're in running communities and stuff like that, everyone's going through a very similar, albeit very different in ways, but similar in a lot of ways. But I mean, the more and more I've the more and more I've been running, like the more I've just tried to let go of a lot of stuff that's making me unhappy and just do it for the, like, for example, I don't know, like what Sota's talking about with just chilling out and not trying to like get caught up with sessions.
What Dom's doing now is good.
That's
I
a good.
respect
That's
it.
that's a good a reset.
Yeah, it took me, I don't know, it was probably like 2 weeks when I felt pretty down.
And
And I think when you stop running, like your body kind of has to adjust.
Yeah.
When you're running, you're probably like getting all these endorphins and
Yeah.
chemicals or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you do that for years on end, you probably just like get addicted a little bit to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you kind of rely on it. Yeah.
So I felt like I kind of went through a bit of a down phase, and now I'm kind of like back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. it does. It's hard to walk away from it. I remember getting fed up with running once and being like, Dom, that's it. And then like 4 days go by and I'm like, Dom, I'm back.
Yeah. No, I'm the same as you. Yeah. Like I want to take this break, but I feel like I'm just on autopilot sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just go out for a run, but and I'm sure you can relate to this, and you finally managed to take that break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want to get back into it.
Yeah. You must be getting pretty tired
after this podcast.
Yeah. Well, I think
But yeah, like I said earlier, after this, like I'll do one more 5K next week.
Yep.
But after that, I definitely want to not stop running, but take it chill and like forget the tempos for sure.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year, short, easy runs, wind down a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do what sort of extracurricular activities like Dom would you do in place of running?
He's a fellow juggler.
Yeah, he's a fellow. You can both just
I'll just go for a juggling Sota.
Yeah.
Or you get the unicycles or whatever it is. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't thought of it.
Yeah.
I actually do like playing the piano.
Yeah.
I used to play all the time in high school because I had one.
Yeah.
I wish I had one now because I can kill so much time on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be pretty happy to not run if I had a piano right now. Yeah, so I guess that's the one thing I want to do if I do happen to stop running for a while. Again, I don't feel like I'd take a proper break off running, but I'm definitely willing to, drop the intensity and just do easy runs, run with friends.
Yeah.
Maybe even go for hikes instead of runs.
Yeah.
For a while. Until I feel like I'm ready to attack and get faster again.
Yeah.
And it feels weird saying that when I'm in the shape of my life, right? But
Yeah.
It's just
But if
such
that's
a
how
weird
you
mental
feel,
thing. Yeah.
if that's how you feel, like it doesn't matter. Take what you.
I think it's just like mild burnout. I've had a long year of work as well. Like, I feel like I don't have much free time at the moment, and sometimes it will be good to, have a bit of time to just do nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think a bit of quiet and taking a step back helps for sure. But anyway, I think that's a pretty good amount of time for the podcast. We're obviously next Thursday, PB City.
PB City,
PB City, it's happening. Just
Finally
to be
happening.
Turbo's hype man.
Are you gonna be there, Dom?
Yeah, I reckon I will be.
Yeah, mate, you got to be there. Come on.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's
Turbo,
go,
where's the sponsor
PB
money?
City.
No.
Alright.
That'll be good. I'm keen. It'll be some good runners there, I would imagine, as well.
Last good hit out with, some good friends, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
And take some.
I think Ian's been talking about it as well. He's gonna take the rest of the year chill. So
Yeah.
I think we're all at that stage where we kind of have a bit of racing fatigue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long year.
Should we give Turbo a call?
Turbo call. Yeah, go on.
Well, for the podcast.
Yeah, give him a call right now. We'll see if he picks up. Turbo,
Tom.
you're live on the podcast, mate. We're just talking about PB City.
What are you doing?
We're just giving PB City a bit of a rap at the moment. On the podcast we got Sota and Smitty here. We're just wondering if you had a couple of words to.
What about the podcast?
Yeah. He's like, I was disappointed about speaking to John, but now I'm on the. No, kidding. Turbo.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's what do you want to know?
When it's Thursday, next Thursday, big lots of big names coming. I don't know what's going. I'm keen. I'm gonna race. Soda's gonna race.
Maybe tell the listeners why they should come next week.
Run
Mate,
fast.
why shouldn't you come? It's the bloody last Turbo 5000 of the year. We've got friggin' shirts. We've got 50 PB City singlets to give out.
Oh wait, you have to get a PB though, do you?
Free. We got a giant clock, mate. It's bloody hectic. It's gonna be the race of the year. You've heard it straight here from Turbo himself. Yeah, man. We got finish line tape, mate. We've got all of it, all the stuff. And, we're gonna have ample heaps normal tinnies for everyone to drink.
Nice.
0 alcohol beers. We're very responsible.
Nice.
Oh, mate, I don't know what else to say.
Mate, you've said it all.
You've said it all.
We've
That's...
got 2 races for the people that haven't read the schedule.
Yep.
You have a little dig at the people.
Yeah.
Of all the, from the experience from all the other events, I've learned that having the 20-minute is like a good middle mark. So we've gone with the sort of 20-minute and higher race first, and then like the 20-minute lower sort of race seating. If that makes sense. But it's just a guide though. Like if you think you're going to knock your PB out the park, and by all means, I don't know, go in the. If you haven't run over, fuck, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know, man, there's 2 races, just pick one. Early race, late race.
No, that's awesome.
Man, I'm real pumped.
Mate, so am I. That sounds like absolutely incredible. PB City this Thursday, the 15th of December. Get down there, come run a PB.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of prizes. Well, always lots of prizes. We got lucky draw prizes. You get a raffle ticket, and I read them out at the end, and we've got Pace Athletic vouchers, and could be some pairs of shoes going out the bloody out the gate. It's going to be fun, man.
Do we have to do a PB to get a singlet, Turbo?
Well, I said that just to try to wind people up a bit, but
Turbo, you better hook me up with a singlet.
Yeah, that's my way of saying, can I have a singlet?
That's what I'm saying. So you'll be right.
No, it sounds incredible.
So
Sounds
no
good.
reason to bloody go slack though.
That's true.
No.
We can edit that
You
out.
still got to give it everything.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on, Turbo. I'm bloody excited for it, and I think all these guys are too. Anyone who listens to this will be for sure. So,
Hey, if you're not fired up after this bloody talk, mate, I've actually been, because last time I tried to do a bit of a pep talk with my megaphone before each race,
Yeah.
and they weren't great. Only thing, what happened at the time was Ollie Hall. That's right. I just said Ollie Hall had just broken like some record or something in the mile, I think. And I think I told everyone just to do that, the same thing but 3 times. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll work on it. I'll do some hype speeches. I'll write some stuff down. I'll get inspired. So if you don't run a PB, then just quit.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to a really inspiring hype speech.
Yeah. Yep.
The,
If you're not coming for the free shirt, come for the speech.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be there for both. Don't worry.
thanks for coming on, Turbo. We'll see you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday, mate.
Anytime.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
The first call
That was
in,
awesome.
mate. This is a bloody radio show now.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Cole Sand. Wait, yeah, I think you. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for
that's-
listening.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
That was a great episode. Are we still on break?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
how we
We'll
go.
see. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Yeah. Anyway, all right, Sota. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining. Thanks for
It's been awesome.
sharing. And Dom, see you out there soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See
Good.
everyone Thursday.
All right.
Cool.
What's the
Stay strong.
and stay fast? Have you? Yeah. That's how we end it.
Yeah. Stay strong and stay fast.
Yeah. We keep getting mixed up. Anyway, that's a wrap.